Don't you dare launch a new product without taking a cue from Mr. Beast first, because when it comes to product launches, Jimmy Donaldson, aka Mr. Beast, is the man to learn from. I'm not kidding. I don't care what you sell or who you sell it to. If you use the following content marketing tricks to tease your followers and create intrigue with them, you too can sell out of your next new product or product line, just like Mr. Beast did with his Feastables bar called D's Nuts. You don't need to run paid ads. In fact, Mr. Beast could have run a Super Bowl ad. He could have spent $7 million doing it, but even he didn't want to bankroll that big of an ad spend. He just went organic with his content marketing, just like you could, in this case by posting his video ad to Twitter instead for free. Now, I know you're not Mr. Beast, so you're like, there's no way I could pull off what he does in terms of organic content marketing. Well, first off, no one is Mr. Beast but for Mr. Beast, so no big deal. But you can still pull off a sold-out product launch. Just stick around to learn how to ethically steal Mr. Beast's organic content marketing product launch tactics for yourself. There's a few key things he did to create and build intrigue and generate some serious buzz around his newest chocolate bar that you really can do too. Stage 1, Teaser Campaign Kickoff. Mr. Beast dangled content in front of his followers that teased that a mysterious new flavor of his Feastables bars was coming out in a week. So there was time enough for people to really be curious about it. He didn't just drop the news a day beforehand. That would have been way too quick. He needed time to get everyone talking. The imagery used in the campaign totally stoked the intrigue in the content consumer, who was asked to join a special Discord server to get flavor hints and even early access on the product drop. What a great way to capture sales leads, right? As you can see, Mr. Beast already dropped one hint by saying the newest Feastables bar was going to be the nuttiest flavor yet. All that does is fuel the speculation and fun. As you can see, Mr. Beast teased the packaging and the flavor, but without giving too much away. Remember, you can do this too with emails, social media posts, and more, but when you engage in the art of the product tease, remember to keep things short so you can build curiosity and anticipation in your audience. I did something similar when I first launched my content marketing for conversions course called Funnel Dynasty, and it really got my students excited. They were messaging me and begging for more details, but I didn't spoil the fun. I made them wait. Just remember, never give too much away. Keep your audience wanting more. Then, stage 2, next day drop hype. So you want to follow up the initial announcement with at least one more round of campaign videos and posts where you're still hinting at the product without a big reveal yet, just like Mr. Beast did here, about 24 hours before the big launch day. See, he's still urging his audience to get into the Discord server if they haven't already, so that they can catch the big reveal that's about to go down. No one wants to feel left out, so Mr. Beast wisely stoked some major FOMO in his following, and it worked like a charm. And nothing says that you can't do that too. Keep hyping the mystery for at least 2 to 3 times over the course of no more than a week. Too much longer, it's hard to hold people's interest, and voila, you've warmed up your audience and they're excited to find out more. Publishing content one time at the beginning of the week is important to get the ball rolling. Publishing content at least one more time a day before the drop is necessary to keep your product launch top of mind with your social media following and your email subscribers. Then they're all ready for stage 3, drop announcement. Like a pro, Mr. Beast drops the announcement on Valentine's Day, no less, What great timing! And unveils his newest Feastables flavor, These Nuts, with the name playing off a favorite meme that his audience can relate to. They're already vibing with the product, and they are only just seeing it that first day. When you name your products, you should always think of what kind of product names will speak to your clientele more than people who do not fit your brand's ideal customer avatar. Mr. Beast and his marketing team know their ideal customer well, and everything they do is meant to cater to their tastes. Wise move. You need to follow suit when you name your products. So, of course, you want to put out emails and content that announces the release of your drop with a lot of energy and excitement, since you want to capitalize on all of that content marketing you did in the past week, right? Now, in his drop announcement, Mr. Beast invited his audience to enjoy These Nuts, and they sure did, because the product sold out very quickly. But before it did, he got to Stage 4, Low Stock Warning. Take a note from the Mr. Beast playbook. When your product supplies even start to get low, you should hype up that fact, which will stoke even more FOMO and will increase the sense of urgency and scarcity in your customer base, increasing the sales just like Mr. Beast found to be the case when he released his content-based low stock warning to his crowd. He warned his audience that these nuts were almost sold out and said, quote, "Seriously, go buy them now," unquote. And his raving fans certainly did, which led to Stage 5, sold out announcement. Of course, once the product sold out, Mr. Beast released content letting the general public know that they were out of stock. He let everyone know that more was being ordered and wisely requested that they save his number for text notifications so they'd know once the product was back in stock. You should do the same. You'd be surprised how many business owners sell out of a product and don't even put out emails, text messages, and social media posts about that fact. What a mistake. Don't waste the opportunity to really get your following interested in your product. Once someone can't have something, it's human nature. Now they want it when they didn't before. Or if they wanted the product before and now it's not available, here comes the FOMO again. They want it even more now. Demand spikes higher once a product is proven to be a crowd pleaser. Everyone wants in, and Mr. Beast leveraged this sense of urgency and scarcity very wisely with his content marketing. Don't miss the opportunity to remind everyone that they've missed out, but reassure them that they'll have another opportunity to score some of your awesome offerings if they get on or stay on your email list, if they join your Discord server or Facebook group if your ideal customer is older, if they opt in to your text messaging campaign. This leads to your increasing your sales leads, and you should know that 60% of people who opt onto a list specifically do it to be sold to, meaning they want to know about product availability, coupon sales, and other promotions, so don't let them down. Of course, this all leads to Stage 6, restock announcement. As soon as these nuts were back in stock, Mr. Beast released content that let everyone know. And how smart, he leveraged urgency and scarcity again by warning, hurry, get your hands on this new batch before they're gone again. Everyone who got closed out of the first round of products will now be jumping to score more. So you should copy this move too. Do not just put products back in stock in your online store, your merch store, your shop, and just go about your business. Let everyone know through emails, texts, and social media content that you're back in stock. And taking a page from Mr. Beast's product launch prowess, you're going to sell out again. So anyone who's interested should jump at the chance to buy now, not later. You always want to fan the flames of consumer interest, so don't be afraid to do it. For a lot of buyers, it's the thrill of the hunt, as in, can I get it or will I get closed out again? It's exciting, it's fun, so don't deprive your email subscribers and social followers of that kind of excitement. Don't just use your social feeds as boring bulletin boards on which to post product photos and sales announcements. Create content that presumes they all can't wait to get a piece of the action. Be more like Mr. Beast when you're marketing and selling, and less like a timid little wallflower where you post content and practically hide because you're scared about being too pushy. Come on, enjoy the process. Make everything fun and interesting about your next product launch. Starting off with creating mystery and ending with egging on enthusiasm. And I'm telling you, you'll have better conversions at the end of the day, meaning more people will opt onto your email list, into your text campaign, follow you on social, and start stalking your product drops. Subscribe to find out how your next UGC or user-generated campaign can be more like Mr. Beast. And in the meantime, here's a video YouTube thinks you'd like to watch to help you have content marketing that converts better.